beautiful film. Love this movie. Ted, can you begin by telling us, this is your very first feature film, how you put this cast together to tell this story?
I have no idea. It all started with Bill, and I guess that story is pretty documented. He's hard to reach. You try to reach him, you find him or you don't. And I think really Bill finds what Bill's supposed to do. And that's kind of how it comes together.
And why Bill for this role? Why did it have to be Bill?
Because you couldn't get Jack Nicholson. Well documented.
You're better than Jack Nicholson.
I think Bill is one of the few, if not the only, actor I know that can be disagreeable and lovable at the same moment, all the time.
Bill, it's a terrific performance. It's the kind of performance I think people love to see you do because it is exactly that. You know, you hate him, you love him sometimes. Can you tell us how you responded when you first read the script and what you wanted to bring to this role?
I'm still so emotional from the film. Well, I just know if we could avoid being schmaltzy, you know. We almost did. If we could, not overcook everything. And I'm so, I'm really so proud of all the work that everyone did. Everyone was really good. It really is beautiful. I'm slobbering watching the day movie, And I know what's going to happen. It's still. I don't know what the question was.
That'll do for an answer, thank you. Can we hear from some of the other actors, Naomi, Chris, Melissa, Jaden, working together as a team? It is an ensemble in many ways as well. How did you guys develop that kind of chemistry on screen? There was some family dynamics there. How did you bring that together? Who wants to start? Melissa?
Well, I got on board because Ted offered me the part of the kid. I said, Ted, it just doesn't feel right. We did like a week's rehearsal. I was like, oh, this just seems dumb. I felt like, is there like a holy guy in there, right? I didn't read the rest of it. And then there's a nun that could turn into a priest. And then that was me. And then I played the Russian prostitute for a couple of weeks. Which would be in the DVD. Did you still make DVDs? What was the question?
Melissa?
God, I feel like I do need a refresher on the question. How or?
It was a how question. Essentially, you had to develop, first of all, a family relationship here. You had to work together as an ensemble. How did you develop that rapport?
Yes, it's all coming back. I don't know. When I read the script, I just thought, I think you read a lot of stuff and you don't always think start to finish that you have a feel in the tone, and then I think everybody that kind of got together, luckily, I think we all had the same feel about it, and we didn't want to push too hard and make it something too sentimental. And I think because of that, at least it hits me harder. Right? Same thing, I've seen it, but watching it, I'm kind of a wreck during it. But I don't know, it's all underplayed, and it seems to hit a little harder because of that.
Naomi, I have to ask you, where inside of you did that Russian come from?
Yeah, it wasn't from a particularly natural place. I sort of had to dig deep on that one, but it was very scary for me to take on something like this. I look around me, I don't really belong in this crew normally. People think of me as not the funny person, and gladly disagree with that. But yeah, my friend Harvey called me and said, do you want to try something different? And I did, and I was terrified about the idea of being all over you. And I thought there's only one way to do it, and that's to terrify him. And I just worked on my moves and my accent and my underwear and the rest. Just try to have fun. Sorry, I guess that's funny.
It's best that you know, JP, the final resort of an actress is their underwear. When the director's not helping, that's where they go.
Jaden, what was it like to act with Bill? Is he tough to act with?
Yeah, definitely. No, it was really fun to work with Bill. He's super nice and really funny. And it was nerve-wracking.
We're going to open it up to the floor in a minute or so. We've got some microphones here on the side, so if you want to ask a question of anyone on stage, you could begin making your way up. But I wanted to ask you, Ted, a little bit about, what's in the story for you. It feels like there are some emotional elements that might have come from your own life or things you've observed. Can you tell us where the heart of the story comes from?
Well, the movie's based on two true stories in my life, and the main one that means the most to me at this point. 8 years ago, my oldest brother passed away and left behind an 11-year-old girl, my niece, and my wife and I adopted her. And we bring her out to California and put her in a Catholic school. She's not Catholic. And her homework assignment in her world religion class was to find a saint that inspired her and find someone in her real life. And they make the qualities of that saint. She picked St. William of Rochester, and she picked me. And I thought, that's after you get over the emotion that you see, that has meaning, and we should tell that story if we can. And that was the first true story. And the second true story is my wife's father is essentially Vincent.
Bill, you knew that all the way along?
He never told me any of that. I know I was really just playing Ted Melfi in the film. This is what I've just found out, and I'm not going to sleep for weeks. I don't know what the question is again. It's confusing, I'd just like to say something. What would you like me to say? Where are we? We're in Toronto. Okay.
It's Bill Murray.
I knew I wasn't home. I just wasn't sure where I was. Okay, if you ever get a chance to go to Brooklyn, you should go to Sheepshead Bay and see what it's like out there. I've got $250 for saying that, and I just said it.
I do want to leave some time for your questions. I imagine that some of you in the audience have got some things to say or to ask of the people on stage here. So as I said, don't just call it out. There are microphones on this side and on that side. Approach the microphone and say your piece. Go ahead.
Hi there. I just want to say, Jaden, the way that you fought back, that's how I saw bullying that grade. My question is for Bill. What was the greatest challenge in getting into character and working with first-time director?
Well, I'm going to answer that question seriously because you've come dressed seriously. problem, I'll try, maybe someone else had the same question. So, the problem with working with a first-time director is twofold, really. One, they don't know anything. And two, you have to speak in a way, in a calm, quiet way, so that you can teach them what to do. Okay? In Ted's case, in Ted's case, because he doesn't know anything, it's like, you know, who here has ever seen a child take its first step? Okay? Well, you can't say, "Oh no, you fell down! Get up! Get up! Get up!" No! Well, you try it. Oh, now you're leaning over to one side again! Get up! You can't do that. You can't do that. You just have to watch Ted fall over and over again and say absolutely nothing. But let's do one more. What do you say? I'm feeling good about it. Let's try it. And then if you say it like that, Ted has no idea that he's been falling and falling and falling, because you don't want to break Ted Melfi's will and courage. This guy wrote this movie. He suckered all of us into doing this movie. He got it made, and you all just sat through it. He did that.
And you fall pretty well, I'll say that for you. You fall well. Any other questions? Yes, right here, go ahead.
My question is for Jaden. When you found out you worked with Bill Murray, did you go download Ghostbusters, Stripes, everything you could so you could act like you knew who he was, or did you actually know who he was?
I definitely knew who he was. I love Bill Murray movies. Everybody does.
Just one question per person, so we're going to have to move over here. Please go ahead.
I'd like to know who was doing the casting, because I think they did a terrific job.
It was cast in LA and New York, Laura Rosenthal in New York, and we found Jaden in Los Angeles.
It was fantastic. You really worked well together.
Thank you.
Over this side, yes.
Hi, I have a question for Melissa McCarthy. Big fan. This St. Vincent's a bit different than the usual comedy you do. Was there anything specifically that drew you to the role?
Echo, what was that again? There's such an echo up here. Did you say is it different from doing a comedy and then I didn't hear your last
And then
part?
what drew you to the role? Was there anything specific that you liked?
Oh, yeah, I mean, when I read the script and I absolutely loved it and I thought I'm going to do everything I possibly can to be a part of it, so I did. And the script was so good, and frankly, I never thought I would get a chance to work with Bill Murray, and it's still kind of dreamy, and it was amazing. There was a lot of good things going. Script, Ted, Bill, everybody out here, it was kind of it was all win.
Yes. Don't of New York.
My question is for Jaden. I thought it was a really funny, fantastic, mature performance, and I was wondering how it was for you performing in a film that was more mature with, themes of death and prostitutes and stuff.
I'm definitely not used to it. But I was fine with it. I didn't see anything.
My question is for Ted. I was the variety reporter who broke the news that Bill was going to star in this movie, and I went back and read the article today, and the project was initially set up at Fox. So I'm wondering, how did it get over to the Weinsteins, and what was Fox thinking, letting this go?
I don't know what Fox was thinking, but I only know what Harvey was thinking. So when it didn't work out at Fox, we were at Fox. I'll be blatantly honest. When they made a Fox Searchlight, they couldn't make the proper financial commitment to some of the to Bill. Not that this was a payday for anyone, because it wasn't. But it was just didn't work out. And so Harvey stepped up. Harvey believed in the film, believed in Bill, believed in every actor up here, and he goes for it.
Well, thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I don't actually have a particular question. I just felt that this was an incredibly moving film, and I really wanted to say thank you. I could see that there was so much passion and effort put into the entire cast, and so thank you for such a wonderful moving film. Thank you.
I want to also thank all of you for being a part of this screening tonight, the world premiere of St. Vincent. Please join me in thanking Ted and Alfie.